welcome back to my channel. And today I'm getting into a pretty good advice topic that a lot of people have requested from me, and that is advice I would give a freshman coming to FAMU. And this is coming from a now certified senior, okay? But anyway, yeah, so I want to give you guys a little bit of tips and some things that I wish I would have known coming in as a freshman, and hopefully that can help you guys out. All right, so first, before we even get started, you already know, you gotta subscribe, you gotta like, and tell your friends, because I'm sure they want to hear from my mouth. Maybe not, but whatever. So anyway, we're about to get into it. Okay, so my first tip that I would give to a student, incoming freshman, would honestly be that to throw any idea of what you think about yourself out the window. And what I mean by that is, you gotta understand, you're coming in, you're 18 years old, 17 years old, shoot, you might be younger, which is fine. But whoever you think you are at the moment is not who you're gonna be in your last years of college, I promise. Like, and it's not in a bad way. Like, you know, you still will be yourself, but there's so much growth, so much experience that you have that really affects your overall thought process. Like, I would definitely say at 18 years old, I still had, you know, like a little bit of a childlike mindset. Not like childish, but just like, you know, the real world ain't really the real world. And baby, let me tell you, college will show you that the real world is the real world. Like, and it's no joke. But it also prepares you for those next steps. You want to make sure that you have the open mind enough to understand that you're going to change. The things you used to love about yourself, you're going to hate. You're going to understand why do you love yourself, and you're going to just get a better, well-known understanding about who you are and what you want to present in the world. And let me tell you, freshman year, that jump feels like growing pains. Like, you're going to be like, what? You losing friends from, like, maybe from high school, or even friends that you fell out with in that same year. And it's going to be tough. Life will change, you'll change with it, but still just understand what your core values are and stick to that. All right, next step, which is honestly super important, y'all. Please pick your roommates like you could pick a body part. Like, pick it with some sincerity, because let me tell you something. I personally, had roommates my whole college experience, and let me tell you, it is rough. Okay, so pick a good roommate. If you can't pick your roommate and you happen to get a roommate that you don't know, at least try to get to know them. Try to build that relationship, because when I tell you, it's going to be so important. You're living with this person, so you want to make sure that you and this person get along enough and sort of have an understanding about the area so you can move forward. Because let me tell you, if you don't pick wisely, it's going to affect like the way you think about college, like the college experience. So the next piece of advice that I would give is check in with your family. Like, I understand, we get in college, we get busy lives, many things we got going on and whatever, but please try to make time to check in with your family. Because the thing is that I realize is that, going to college, yes, I talked to like my family members, but when I came home, it was like, I was a totally different person. They were like, who are you? Like, what do you, the things that I thought you enjoyed, you don't enjoy anymore. And it just makes the process easier with your family, so they understand who you are as a person, and they can start growing with you from there. You guys can start having more realer conversations, and they can start understanding like, hey, they're becoming an adult. So it's really cool to, make sure you got that connection with your family. And honestly, y'all, and I don't want to sound morbid or anything, but life is short. So take that time to talk to mama, grandma, cousin, whoever it is, that person in your life. Make sure you take some time to talk to them. Alright, so the next piece of advice that I would give is please expand yourself outside of school. And what I mean by that is, when you come in as a freshman, there's going to be many things you want to try out for, or organizations you want to join, which go ahead by all means, but understand that most companies or most people that you're applying to, I'm going to be honest, they may see some of those things and they're like, for example, if you were like, in no shade to this sport, but like if you're president of the golf club, and you're applying for some big business position, or I don't know, but you didn't really do nothing in the golf club that fits the criteria where you're applying, like, they're not gonna, you leave college, that's what you're doing, you're leaving college behind, and you're going to move on further, and you're going to start building your resume to the point where college stuff is not really as important, So just sort of start picking out those internships, those ventures that you want to do within your major and sort of hone in and lock in. Okay. So my next tip, which is so obvious, but stay focused, y'all. Like, when I tell you college has so many distractions, it has way too many distractions. But the thing is, you know why you're here, right? You came to college for a reason, whether it was because your parents forced you, or you're trying to be this big doctor, or whatever you're trying to aspire to be in life. You're here for a reason. And make sure you understand and remember that, because when I tell you, when I tell you that a lot of the times, you come into college with all these people, and most of these people are not making it through college, which is fine because everybody has their own life path. I agree. But you want to stay focused to the point where you're not getting kicked out of school, or you're being put on probation or something like that. Like, make sure you're staying focused and on your stuff. And let me tell you, to tie in, leave the boys and girls alone. Okay, both of them, leave them alone. I mean, I know you're not, because duh, but try your best to understand that the boys and the girls will be there. Okay, I promise they will be there. But you want to make sure you're getting your stuff done first and then play later. Big on that. Work hard, play even harder. Okay, so yeah, just stay focused, y'all, and college will definitely, it will be an easier experience. All right, so my next piece of advice would definitely be to try new things. Like, I know that sounds so generic and so cliche because, like, duh, but when I tell you, when you push yourself outside of your comfort zone, the sky really becomes the limit. Like, there's things that I thought I would never ever be doing, and now I'm excelling at it and doing amazing. I didn't come in with the major I'm in now, so I'm a broadcast journalism major. I did not come in as that major. Shoot, I'm not even like a fan of writing, but I realized I was good at it, so why not, continue to work on it and hone on it. And then that's when I found my program and fell in love with it. Shout out J School. Okay. So yeah, you want to make sure that with your friends or whoever you're hanging around sort of has that same mindset. And I mean, I guess that we'll go into the next one, so we're gonna mash them together. But basically, also pick your friends, choose your friends like how you would want to represent your life. Like, that's the lifestyle you want to live, who would be in it, right? And that's how you would pick your friends. And the thing is, don't, I'm not talking about bougie, whatever, but think about the people, the core people that you would need in your life, and pick your friends like that. That's how I would recommend having good, long-lasting relationships. Like, a few of my friends are still from high school, like those were my close friends. But my college friends, I realized that all of us literally have the same mindset, the same goals. And one thing I do respect is that we all have different ting. Is that a word? Grammar police, please don't come for me. But anyway, we all have different opinions on life and things of that nature. So when we talk, it's like it could be a flowy and good conversation with like-minded individuals. So definitely make sure you keep a circle around you that's great in that department, and understands that life is life, and you want some people that understand the things you've gone through and can relate and hold you up when you're down. So definitely have a good core group. Okay, so this is my last point, because I feel like this one took me the longest to learn, and surprisingly, but it did. So you want to make sure you keep a very strong relationship with God. And everyone has different religions and different things they believe in. Whoever you do decide that you want to believe in, make sure that the relationship always stays strong, because when I tell you, there's going to be times in college where you're going to break. You're going to feel like you're broken. You're not going to be able to make it through. You might want to drop out. You might have other thoughts and stuff, and you might be sad. And I feel like through that all, of course, like, have a good support system. But when you're alone, have that conversation with God and talk to him about your frustrations and sort of work through it that way. You'll notice it makes life a whole lot better. And like I said before, I learned this later. Like, I learned this within like maybe the past year and a half, because I feel like looking back on it, God really, when I came to college, once again, I did not know who I was, didn't know who I wanted to be. So God said, all right, we're gonna have to do a makeover, and destroyed everything I thought about myself. Literally, it felt like I was dying. Like, of course, I wasn't dying, but like, it felt like whoever Alea was before college was dying off. And so I feel like with God, having that relationship made it easier to go through that pain. Talk every day. Say something. Say, you know, your prayers, say what you're proud of, say you know, just have like a conversation, a normal conversation, and I promise you it will make college go so much smoother, for real. And journaling has helped me a lot, so do that. All right guys, so that will be the end of my advice video. I don't really know, I feel like that's everything I would tell myself. Like sometimes I was looking back and I was like, what would I tell Leia? I probably would snatch her up a few times. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to y'all. If I could go back in time, I'd be like, girl, are you serious? But I would say all those mess ups and terrible times just amounted to great times and just lots of great memories that I will cherish for the rest of my life. So have fun as a freshman. Like freshman year was definitely one of the best. Have so much fun. Go to every event, even if it's lame, go to the event. Like just get out, make friends, you know, learn about yourself, and just have a good time. That's all I could say. So thank you again for watching this video. Make sure you check out my other videos. I don't really know where I'm gonna put them at, but make sure you check out my other videos. I hope to see you in the next one.